Hey, what's up guys? I feel like coming at you with another awesome figure review. And today we're taking a look at another Madoka Nendoroid. Today's review is going to be on Nendoroid number 868, Kyoko Sakura Maiko version. So the Kyoko Sakura Maiko version is the last figure in the Maiko line of Madoka Nendoroids, with Homura, Mummy, and Sayaka already being released at normal retail, and Madoka still being a Good Smile Convention exclusive. One thing you'll notice if you're familiar with Nendoroids before, you'll notice that her box is a little bit larger in terms of width, and it's a little shorter in terms of height. Now, I don't know why they made this decision, but one thing, of course, that is missing is the little clear window that so many of the Nendoroids in this line actually, or every other Nendoroid in this line had, and a lot of other Nendoroids do have the clear circle here. Now, I know that's not that probably won't annoy too many people, but in terms of like obsessive compulsive, it means that the box is actually a different size and becomes a little bit more difficult to store in terms of having to make room and looking strange on the shelf with your other Madoka Nendoroids. But in terms of overall storage, this will be a lot easier to store because it's actually smaller and you could probably stack a bunch of them on top of each other. What's also interesting about this is her inside storage compartment is actually a little different. Normally you put the way her attachment is done, it's really strange. It's very different to what I've seen with Nendoroids before, but I don't know if they're going this way on purpose with all their future figures. But when you actually get it, you'll notice that a lot of her arm joints don't actually have a storage compartment in this. They actually come separate in little plastic down the bottom with your stand. And that's something that I'm not sure a lot of people will like, because I know they always can't always store every single piece of the Nendoroid in the box, and you end up having to put it in like that bit there. It is still a bit annoying that if you do end up opening her and you want to completely store her away, you have nowhere to store the extra pieces. She always comes, of course, with the extra headpiece. It's the same headpiece that all the Maiko Nendoroids come with. It is the usual like closed eyes smiling for the praying pose, which I'll show you with Mami in a sec. She comes with more arm joints than any other figure in the Maiko line, and as far as extra accessories go, that's it. She doesn't have like a fan, an umbrella, or anything like that. She does have one pose that is unique to her figure where you can basically make her hold her own skirt or hold her own dress, but that's kind of it. The closest thing other than that to like a fan or something she has is like a little biscuit. Again, my Japanese culture is not very great. My knowledge on that isn't great, but that's it there and sits on one of the arms. Visually, I think she looks really, really good. The green color really does help offset the red, and it's like, the two colors do clash, but still looks pleasing to the eye. She also has her own visual theme going on her dress. I do believe they're like berries. I could be wrong, but it would probably be something sweet because we all know Kyoko loves sweet things. Her hair is actually different, believe it or not, to the other two Kyoko Nendoroids we've seen in the past. Basically, of course, she has the ribbon that's white, not black, and her hair flicks over to the right-hand side, whereas we've seen with previous Kyoko Nendoroids, it's a little more wild. And it helps make the much more refined looking theme of the hair, as this is probably a much more refined ceremonial dress. On the back, of course, she does have that same back piece that you've seen on a lot of the Maiko Nendoroids before. So the one that obviously Mami has it, Sayaka has it, and now she has it. Now Kyoko has it, but of course painted differently to match the theme. You can see the little star theme on the back here, which is very, very nice. One thing that they have changed on this that I really do love is the addition of a brand new stand, or a brand new, back insert for the figure. So what you'll see is it's actually a much longer insert plug than we've seen. I mean, we've seen some of these like before. Homura had one very similar to this, but nowhere near as much articulation. And I really hope that they continue on with these style stands in the future, because they're a lot easier and a lot to maneuver and to insert into the characters' backs, as opposed to those really, really old ones that I've seen some people actually just hammer the joint part into their back, and just so it'll never fall out, which I don't know if you're meant to do that, but it's always very annoying to have to kind of do that sort of thing. But I really do like the new stand, and I hope they continue with these on for future Nendoroids. Ultimately, guys, I do think that Kyoko, in terms of value for retailing at the regular price of a normal Nendoroid, is quite expensive. If I was gonna, especially, it's a series like Madoka, which is a Magical Girl series, and I know these aren't Magical Girl Nendoroids, it's more of a cultural thing. I would have expected her to have a little bit more. She has a lot of arm joints, I guess, so that's one benefit you get. You do have a lot of different things you can do with her. Pieces, of course, do fall off as usual with Nendoroids. Particularly this one, because of the different, you got 2 joints going into the body instead of just 1. She does look really, really good, of course, sitting next to Sayaka. Because of and she can sit, if you move the umbrella, like, she can kind of sit under the umbrella with Sayaka, which is really adorable. She does have the same, her own unique hair pieces which fit into her head, which is nice. Being a Nendoroid, you're able to swap her head pieces out with other characters, so she works well as an addition to your other Kyoko figures or your other Maiko Nendoroid line. But in terms of on her own, in terms of value, if this is your first Nendoroid, you're looking at her, or you're looking at another Maiko character, and you like, say you liked her and Mami, they're kind of the same, I would definitely recommend you go pick up Mami, because Mami has more out of the box for you to do. She has more accessories, and she seemed like more value. Like, I've looked at a bunch, all 3 of the Mami Nendoroids, and they all seem to have the most value out of the box of all the Nendoroids in the line, which, I don't know, it always seemed quite weird to me, considering they're all about the same price when they retailed. So, it's up to you guys, obviously. She does look great. I mean, she doesn't look bad, but in terms of accessory and stuff, I do think she has the least value. But anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. Please leave a comment below if you liked the video. Make sure you like and subscribe. If you would like me to check out some of the other Nendoroids I recently received in my Japan Goodies live stream, such as Godoka, the Magical Girl Mami, or the Schoolgirl Homura, which are 3 very, very old Nendoroids, please make sure you let me know in the comments below. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll catch you for my next review.